Welcome to our video blog. Can you imagine a world where you cannot make real estate investments for longer than 49, maybe 50 years? And of those 49, 50 years, you can only work the land for 7 to 8 years? That's pretty rough. Well, such a world is the world of the Jewish life in the land of Israel. The socioeconomic reality was that when the Jews entered the land, Yeshua led them into the land. Each family had a portion in the land of Israel. That portion that the family got was a portion that would stay with them for perpetuity, for all generations. And they could only lease it out to others. Now let's face it, think about this. Who sells land unless they have to? You don't want to sell land. You don't want to lose that connection you have to the land, unless you need the money for a different investment, in which case then you sell it because you need the cash. But the Torah does not allow a person to do that. There's only one very, very special case, which we're not going to go into, of a special type of cities and houses in cities, but otherwise, when it comes to fields, when it comes to agriculture, and remember it's an agrarian society, you couldn't sell your land in perpetuity. It would always come back to you or to your descendants after 50 years in the year of the Jubilee. So now, the Torah is doing this in order to keep every family connected to that piece of land. Not only connected to that piece of land, but to give each family an opportunity to start again. Let's face it, some business ventures we start don't go well. Some things that we do, our kids can't continue. But if we know that at the end of the day, there's going to be a piece of land with, so to speak, our name on it, a piece of land that reflects our identity, that allows us to connect to that piece of land, that we know it's home, we can go back to, we feel comfortable, we feel confident, and we can look forward to a bright future, even if now things aren't so great. So yes, you may not have great real estate magnates like we have today. But you know what? It maybe is a fairer society. It may be that it's a way to spread wealth in a more, in a wiser and more just way. And it may be that it actually is a great way to give opportunities to every single generation, so that even if the previous generation makes some mistakes, they can start afresh and they can start anew. This is part of the wisdom that we find in this week's Parsha, among with many, many other pieces of wisdom about how a Torah society would live in the land of Israel at the time of the temple. And let's learn a few things from it. Shabbat Shalom.